Hey yo, what's going on everybody? It's Tylarious, aka Ty Killington. Yeah, man. Alright, I have a awesome video for you guys today. This video is in regard to how to complete the shooting range challenges. Yes, all three tiers. This is a complete and full tutorial and guide on how to complete this. The shooting range is a lot of fun in the bunker. It is a luxury item. You don't have to have it to make money in the bunker, but it does give you some really good unlocks. You get to unlock clothing. You unlock 5 extra throwables for all of your your grenades, your sticky bombs, stuff like that. You unlock some weapon tints. It's really cool. So I mean, for the rare clothing alone and the throwables, the extra 5, that is well worth it. Now, I've made this video already a couple years ago. Gilly Master just made a video talking about how he gets the extra throwables, and he was kind of talking about how for console players it's not possible, or it's very difficult to do this. And I'm here to tell you guys that is not true. Follow my guide, follow these tips and tricks, and you can knock this out for console and you can be successful. And it's really fun. You can have up to 4 players in the challenge. You guys can battle each other. It's really, really cool. It is expensive. It costs $740,000 to $845,000 depending on what color targets you get. There's a black and a white color target. I do recommend getting the white color targets because it is a little bit easier to see overall, in my opinion. That is a little bit more expensive, but either one is going to be fine. I just like the white one because it's brighter to see the orange targets in the background. So that's just my recommendation on that. But before we get started, I'm going to give you guys some tips and tricks. I'm going to go really far and deep into detail with this and give you guys a lot of information. So stick with this. We'll go through some practice runs. I'll give you some information and what to look for. And then I'm going to sort of show you guys how we do this, all right? So each tier has a point level to it. And tier 3 is going to be 680 for pistols, 1800 for the SMGs, 2500 for the assault rifle, 3000 for the carbine, 3600 for the combat MG, and 400 for the heavy sniper. But tier 2 is where you get the unlocked throwables, so you need even less points for those, all right? Now, before you get started, make sure you disable your weapon loadout. Make sure that you have all your weapons available because you're going to be able to use certain attachments and Mark II weapons and things like that. So make sure you disable your weapon loadout. Now, during the course of doing this, if you mess up, if you notice in the bottom right hand corner, you can hit the right arrow key and just exit out, and it'll save you a ton of time. You don't have to worry about going through the cutscene where it says failed. You can just back out real quick and you're good to go. Now, this is one of the most important things right here that people overlook, your control settings, okay? And again, I've talked about this before, but let me go over it again here. Now, for your control settings, I play like this all the time anyways. Your first person look around, your third person aim, all those things, I tick up just 1 notch from default. I tick those up just 1 notch. I use the alternate control schematic. So that means that I shoot with R1, not the trigger R2. R1 is more responsive. I do that for all my first person shooters. All right. Now, first person and third person look dead zone, I have that turned all the way down, and I have third person and first person look acceleration all the way up. You want your dead zone down because that makes your joystick sensitivity much more accurate. And you want to turn your acceleration up because if you're trying to move around, swing your weapon back and forth real quick, it'll help speed that up. Also, change your aim reticle to simple so it's just a small dot instead of the crosshair. So that's important. Let's talk about your camera settings here while you're in the actual range. You want your camera setting to be up close, all right? Right here is where you want it. So you don't want it here. No, not right there. That's too far back. That's too far back right there. You don't want first person right there. That's where you want the actual camera. And then when you go to launch the shooting range challenge, you just hold down your targeting, which will be like L1, and then you mash in your right joystick. Okay, your right joystick will zoom you in, and you want to do that just like this. Every little bit helps and will count. All right, so keep that in mind. For some of the weapons, you can use the Mark II upgrades. None of them you have to have it though, but what you do want to have is make sure that you have the maximum amount of rounds in your magazine. So get the extended clips or the box magazines for your weapons, especially for the carbine. That's going to be probably the most needed to have the box magazine because it has a high rate of fire and you reload pretty quick. You'll go through a couple reloads in there and it slows you down. That eats up time. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now let's just go through a couple of practice runs and let me show you for each target how many shots it takes to drop it. For a pistol, It's just one shot and you drop the target just like that. But it gets a little bit different with the carbines and the automatic weapons. Here's the SMG. For the SMG, it takes 3 rounds. But as you're doing the challenge, you're going to want to burst and go full auto for some cases. You'll be able to get multiple shots on target, more than 3, for example, and that will help you gain extra points. And that helps out with your multiplier. Here's the assault rifle. The assault rifle takes 5 rounds to drop the target. Now the targets only stand up for about 3 to 5 seconds, not long at all. But as you're doing this, you'll notice the better way to do this is you don't want to tap fire with automatic weapons. You want to get into that zone. You want to get into that rhythm. And you see with the carbine, it's 5 shots as well, but you'll start just rattling off rounds, and you'll get a couple of extra shots on the target. Now look at the right side right there. It says the multiplier. Every time you're on that orange target, that multiplier ticks up. Even if you miss the orange but hit the target, the points will drop down, but your multiplier will stay up. If you miss while the target is still in the air, if you miss while the whole entire target, that's when it drops your multiplier. Okay, so here's the MG. The combat MG takes 10 rounds before it drops the target. The actual target will go away. It'll fold back up before you even get through that. So as you see right here, I burst, I'll do a burst round fire with it, and that's where the points really come in. And you can just burn right through these. And targets that are far down range, aim a little bit lower on the orange dot. Aim kind of towards the chin or the neck, and always go for the head. Always, always, always go for the headshots, okay? For tier 1, you can do the body shot targets, but don't even worry about that. Always go for the headshots. That's where the multiplier and the points really take into effect. Instead of a 30-point maximum, with the body shots, you get a 45-point maximum with the headshots on your 3-time multiplier. So definitely do that, all right? Now let's go through this and let's do it for real. Okay, here we go. Pistols. Bam, headshot. You see the multipliers ticking up. It's on 3 at 1. Now we're starting at the 2 set. And that goes up to 10 points now. Instead of 5, it goes to 10. Then it goes to 30. See that? Now we're on the 3-time multiplier. It's at 15. 45 now. See that? See how that works? Bam. Bam. Even if I don't hit the orange, directly, it'll give me the base multiplier, but I don't lose the 3-time. And you see right here, my high score was 755. I clocked in at exactly 680 right here. So it's pretty cool. It actually tells you what your high score is and what you need. 23 shots fired and 100% accuracy. So you can kind of battle yourself a little bit. Now we're moving on to the SMG. Let's take a look at this. My high score is 2100. Target score is 1800 for tier 3. You see right here, I'm doing that burst fire. And I have it, I'm getting, instead of 3 rounds, I'm getting 4 and 5 shots on these targets, which is important. Look at that, man. It's killing these points. Really good right here. You get 30 seconds for each challenge. No matter what tier it is, you got 30 seconds, okay? So you have to be, it takes a little bit of practice. I spent I'd say about an hour in total getting through all these. And even though the timer is ticking down, just keep shooting. Shoot until it totally, until it forces you to stop. Just keep on shooting. So if you're close, you just keep rattling those rounds off to get those points in there. Okay, you see right there, got that one knocked out. Good score on that. Beat my high score by 60 points. Now we're on to the assault rifle. You see it right here. A little bit cautious at the beginning, just kind of just tapping those shots off. All right. There we go. Getting that multiplier. My high score is 2525. I just need 2500 to get tier 3. Got about 5 seconds left right here. And you see what I mean by the reloads. But I went down to the wire and I shot after the whistle and I still passed. I didn't beat my high score, but I still beat the tier 3. And with that score, you would have made it past tier 2, which is probably the most important because it unlocks the throwables. Now, right here, I'm about to go into the carbine. All right, I went and put my box magazine on, and I made sure I disabled my weapon loadout, so I have that available. And it makes a big difference. So yeah, with a lot of these guns, you're good to go just how they are. You want to add, the attachments that give you the better, like the grip and things like that, that increase the accuracy. Do that, but the magazine is very important. The box magazine, especially with the carbine. Look at this. It's rattling these off. Get a nice burst in there. 45, 45, 45, 45. Good points, good scores. And don't worry, even if you get a 15 in there every now and again, that's fine. It's because you're not directly on that orange. That's okay. As long as you don't miss the target while it's standing, you won't lose your multiplier. Bam, shot past the target. I beat my high score by several hundred points. Awesome, killing it right there. Knocked it out. 91 shots fired, accuracy 99%. Good to go. Got that one passed. All right, move on to the next one. We got the Combat MG. This is super easy. It only took me like 2 tries to get this done. This is awesome. And I was, I didn't even like knock the target down. I just moved on. I just got my burst in there that I needed, and I just moved on to the next target because I didn't want to miss while it was dropping down to mess up my multiplier. I knew that I got plenty of ammunition. I don't have to reload, and I could just wreck these targets and burn right through them. Not a problem at all. Look at that. All those 45s. Beautiful. And remember, when the targets are further down range, aim a little bit lower on that red dot so the recoil won't make you miss. Smashed my high score. It was like 35 something or whatever, 3610, and I got 4,500. That's crazy. 116 shots. Good on target. Heavy sniper, pretty easy, really. I did this in one. This is the very first try I did this. I knocked it out. Not bad at all. Zoom in, bam, got that one. Bam. I thought I was actually going to restart because I was kind of slow on this, but got that. I missed a little bit there. It's all right, though. Had to wait for the reload. But those 45 pointers add up, though. We're at 295 now, 340. Got 3 seconds left, 385. Bam, 430. Beat my high score. Scored 475. Simple, easy. It really is, guys. Now, I know I say that. I've done these challenges like probably a half dozen times now. But you can get these knocked out. Just practice a little bit. You'll get into a rhythm. And the benefits are great. Again, let's take a look at those. Your unlocks. For Tier 1, you get the Mark II Metallic Gold and Platinum Tints. You do have to buy them. I think they're like 90 grand, 90 or 100,000. Plus, you get some grenades in your bunker. Tier 2, all throwables are +5, and you get the grenade launcher in your bunker. And then Tier 3, you unlock some rare clothing, and then you get the rocket launcher in the bunker. All right, so guys, listen, if this video helps out, definitely subscribe to my channel, drop a like, hit that join button down below, become a member. It's just like on Twitch. And you guys know what to do, man. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for the illest and realest content in the game. Make sure you smash that like button. And you guys stay dangerous, all right? We'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Yeah.